And what else did we plant? We planted grape vines, right? And what are these? Are they strawberries? Potato. Good, buddy.
I hope your day is going great.
Hello. What are you doing, bud?
I'm lining them up.
You're lining them up? What are you lining up? What are these?
Cashews.
Cashews?
Yeah.
So you're pulling out just the cashews?
Yeah.
Carla, you sure are tall. How did you grow so much? How are you this tall? Alright guys, today's math lesson, this is where we are in the curriculum right now, so any of Mr. adelauder's students that are following along the 4th grade curriculum in our county right now, we are working on some geometrical ideas. So we're talking about points, lines, line segments, rays, and angles. Okay, so we're going to go through each of these. Right now I want you to ask yourself and think to yourself, what is a point? What is a line? You know, so we're going through all of these and I want you to really think about what each of these are. I'm going to start you off by a point is just like a period or a decimal. It's one little dot, okay? It's one little dot that we're talking about. It's a one-dimensional little thing. We usually name points with letters, so I'm going to name this point A. I'll put an A right next to it. Okay. One of the things about a line is that it continues in both directions forever. So I often mention to my students that if you have a line, you start right here and you keep on going, it will eventually go all the way around the earth and it will connect back with the other side of the line. Okay, it goes on forever. Now, separate from that, we have what's called a line segment. This line segment has 2 points. Well, come back up here to points, remember? We name our points. We'll name that point A and that point B. So if we wanted to name this line segment right here, it would be line segment AB. What do you think we should do with this line up here? Should we name it? We can also name this line. However, we need to put points on it. Let's put a point there and a point there. We could name this line right here line A, B. Okay. Just like we have names, we need to name lines. Now, I'm going to put a question out there right now. Why do you think we need to name the lines and the line segments and the points? Think about it. I'm not going to answer you. I just want you to think about why we need to name them. Okay, so we've gone over what a point is. We've gone over a line. We've gone over a line segment. Remember, line segments come to an end, don't they? Okay. Lines go on forever. That's what these arrows mean at the end. They go on forever. Now we're going to talk about something different. We're going to talk about what a ray is. A ray is quite unique. A ray starts at a point We'll say point A again. And I'm going to take my lovely plant marker, and I'm going to draw another straight edge there. But this time, at the end of a ray, I'm going to put an arrow. What this means is that it starts right here and goes this way forever and ever and ever and does not stop. Now, I often think of, like, if you think it's science fiction novels or science fiction movies and people have a ray gun, well, this is what I think of a ray. Imagine right here, this being the gun, and that ray goes on this way. Once they shoot it, it goes on forever and ever. Okay. Now, we're going to get into something really cool. This gets you a little bit further with geometry. Now we're going to start talking about angles. And I'm going to draw an angle real quick. And we're going to talk about all the parts of this angle. Okay. Now, sometimes people can get quite confused about what part is the actual angle itself. Well, I'm going to draw some points here. I'm going to draw arrows on this side. And I'm going to draw a point right here. And I'm going to label this angle. Okay, the angle itself is right here. That part, the measurement between the two. What are these called? Are these lines? Are they line segments? Or are they rays? If you said rays, awesome, thumbs up. Give yourself a little pat on the back, because they are. They start right here at this point, and they go in each direction forever. Now, I'm going to give you something here. This has a name. This point right here is called, I'm going to start it off. It starts with a V. E. R. T. E. X. It's called a vertex. Okay? That is the vertex of that angle. That is where both rays have a common point and they meet. Okay? Now we can name this angle too. If there's a point here and a point here, we can name this angle A, B, C. So this would literally be called angle A, B, C. And you would know what angle I'm talking about if we named it. So this is kind of the basics of what we're going to be talking about today. This is kind of the background of what is in the curriculum for the next 3 or 4 weeks. These basic ideas right here is where we're going to start off. If you can pause the screen, this is kind of like what you would be putting in your notes right now. For those of my students that are independent learners and really want to remember this, and you want to challenge yourself to be able to go back and look into your notes and use this information for the next couple weeks, pause the video right here and go back, and this would be something very important for you to have. Okay, we went over what a point is, what a line is, a line segment, a ray, and an angle, and we also named some of the parts of the angle. Okay, this is the angle itself right here, the measurement between these two line segments, between these two rays. Now I have a little bit of an assignment for you to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to split this up. I'm going to give you the assignment to do. I want you to challenge yourself to do this assignment. Then what I want you to do is, at the very end of this video, I'm going to kind of have gone over the answers. So I want you to wait until the very end of the video. I'll put a warning up in the video to let you know that I'm getting ready to go over the answers. Okay. Remember, questions, anything that needs to be asked. You guys have my email addresses, you have my YouTube account, anything. So if you're watching this, you have many, many ways to get in touch with me. As a matter of fact, I even emailed your parents and left my cell phone number. If anyone needs to get in contact with me, I'm here, guys. Okay. So please don't think that I'm lost somewhere. All right, guys, stay tuned. Okay, guys, now we are looking at all of the capital letters in the English alphabet. Okay, So what we're looking at right now are letters, but they could also be thought of as geometric figures or geometric shapes. Now I have a question over here to the right. I want to know how many letters have only one line segment in them. So what I want you to do is I want you to really think about it, okay? Once I'm done here, you can pause the video and really think about actually looking at what all of the letters on here, writing them down, counting in your head. This might be something you'd be able to do in your head. It's up to you. If you need to write them down to do it, go for it. I want to know how many of these letters only have one line segment in them. Okay. All right. Pause the video right now. All right, we're coming back now. We're going to go over the answers. So if you haven't come up with the answers yet, spoiler alert, we're getting ready to go over the answers. So follow along. Now, look, let's start with A. Let's go quick. We'll start with A. How many line segments does A have? Well, it has a line segment right here, a line segment right here, and a line segment right here. So A has how many line segments? 3. Yes, 3 is correct. So we really need to mark A off. A has definitely more than one line segment. What about B? It's tough. B. Well, what makes B difficult is B has these curved lines right here. We could call those arcs. They're like part of a circle, okay? So if we included those, and we included this as a line segment, this is a line segment, this is a line segment, and then this would have 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it would have 2 arcs. So B doesn't count. What about C? Does C have any line segments? Absolutely not. There are no lines on C because all of the points need to be in a straight order, all in one straight line to be a line segment. And that is an arc right there. The entire letter C has no straight lines, okay? What about D? D. One line segment right here. And we have this right here. This is interesting. We have a line segment and an arc and then a line segment. So that's 3 line segments again. So let's try this. What about E? 1, 2, 3, 4 line segments. Whoop, can't do that one. What about F? 1, 2, 3. Nope. What about G? We have a gigantic arc. Line segment. Line segment. Nope. 2. Oh, geez. Man, it's almost like we're striking out everywhere. None of these letters have only one line segment. Let's see. What about H? 1, 2, 3. Nope. What about I? Well, this I that you're looking at is only one line segment. Look at that. Now, a normal I, if you had the top part going like this to the side, the top part and the bottom part to the I, then it would be 3. What about J? Line segment, arc. So yes, J, good job. What about K? 1, 2, 3. Nah, struck out there. Definitely struck out there. What about L? Boom, boom. 1, 2. Nope. I want you guys to finish up the rest right now on your own, and we're going to come back to see if you got them right. Circle or think about the ones, write down the ones, and we'll check after we pause here. Okay, we're back. Well, guys, kind of crazy. There are only 3 letters that only had one line segment. Now, what I want you to do, now that you've done this, I want you to either write all the letters out like you see them. You can pause this and try to do this in your head, but that takes a lot of time. You can write down the letters. You can write categories. What I want you to do is you're going to do different categories. 2 line segments. 3 line segments, 4 line segments, and let's see, are there any with 5? I didn't count any with 5. So let's do 2 line segments, 3 line segments, 4 line segments. What you're going to do is you're going to put all of the letters that have that amount of line segments next to there. So let's start with 2 line segments. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3. Nope. Nope. 2. Nope. That's 3. Nope. 1. Oh, can't do it. 1, 2. Oh, G. G has 2. 1 here, 1 there. So G. What about H? Nope, nope, nope. Okay, nope. L. M. N. O. P. Q. Whoop. 1, 2. T. U. Yep. V. X. Ooh, X could have 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's 1, 2. Okay, these would be called intersecting line segments. Okay, now I want you to do 3 and 4. All right, guys, we've come back. I finished it up. So here we go. All of the letters with 2 line segments are G, L, T, U, V, X. 3 line segments are A, D, F, H, K, N, P, Y, Z. And 4 line segments are B, E, R, M, and W. Okay. Now there are 3 letters that have 0 line segments. And once again, I'm going to circle O. I'm going to circle them big. O, C, and S. Now these letters really don't have line segments. They have an arc. Now arcs are parts of circles. So if you draw a circle, an arc would be the curved part. They are not lines. They're considered curved arcs. Okay? So remember that. Just those 3 letters. Alright guys, we are going to do more we're going to do more lessons like this. We're going to try to stick with the curriculum. We're going to try to get more focused. Hey guys, I want to thank everyone that tuned in today. You know, and me and Janine, and I know much of the teachers are all missing their students and really want to still teach, and it's, you know, part of our lives. So this is why we're doing these YouTube videos. It really helps when you comment. It helps when I see that you are logging in and checking them out. I'm going to email all of you parents to let you know each time that I upload a video. I haven't really heard back from many of you, but it kind of motivates me if I hear back from you. So please let me know. I'm leaving my in my emails. I'm leaving. Obviously, you have my email address, but I'm also leaving my cell phone number. So if you need to call, if you need to text, just let me know. I think the Board of Education this week is trying to get stuff together to figure out what we're going to do from here on. But my main concern is for those students that don't have internet access. And this is the reason why I haven't gone live with any programs or anything like that yet. I know that I have multiple students that don't have access to computers, devices, phones. They also don't have internet access. Living out where some of you do, it's very difficult for you to actually have internet anyways. I know some of you are working off hotspots off your phones. So, you know, I'm all about the equity thing. I don't want any of my students to feel left out because they're not getting instruction, you know. So please do me a favor, those students out there and those parents out there that are sharing this video, please make sure that my students are, if you know of one of our students that is not able to see it, share it with them somehow. I don't know how you can do that, but I can only do so much where I am right now. So I'm looking for you guys to give a little bit of help too. I'm trying the best I can here, trying to make these videos. Some of them are farm related, that's fine, but I also put trickle in some lessons in there from time to time. And these should be for all ages. You know, what I just did right here, you could, 3rd through 5th through 6th grade could be using these lessons. I know Janine will be doing a read aloud in a little bit, so stay tuned for that. If you ever have any questions, once again, you know how to get in touch with me. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye.
Hey everybody, this is Mrs. DeLauder. Mr. DeLauder wanted me to do a read aloud, and I had kind of a hard time picking out a book But this time I chose to do If You Give a Mouse a Cookie. And we've lost the sleeve to our book. So we don't really have a picture on the cover. If you give a mouse a cookie. And if there are any parents of young kids watching right now, I feel as though you could probably relate to this story right now, as this little mouse reminds me of my little boy these past few days. Written by Laura Numeroff and illustrated by Felicia Bond. If you give a mouse a cookie, he's going to ask for a glass of milk. When you give him the milk, he'll probably ask you for a straw. When he's finished, he'll ask for a napkin. Then he'll want to look in a mirror to make sure he doesn't have a milk mustache. When he looks in the mirror, he might notice his hair needs a trim, so he'll probably ask for a pair of nail scissors. When he's finished giving himself a trim, he'll want a broom to sweep up. He'll start sweeping. He might get carried away and sweep every room in the house. He may even end up washing the floors as well. When he's done, he'll probably want to take a nap. You'll have to fix up a little box for him with a blanket and a pillow. He'll crawl in, make himself comfortable, and fluff the pillow a few times. He'll probably ask you to read him a story. So you'll read to him from one of your books, and he'll ask to see the pictures. When he looks at the pictures, he'll get so excited, he'll want to draw one of his own. He'll ask for paper and crayons. Whoop, there he goes. He'll draw a picture. When the picture is finished, he'll want to sign his name with a pen. Then he'll want to hang his picture on your refrigerator, which means he'll need Scotch tape. He'll hang up his drawing and stand back to look at it. Looking at the refrigerator will remind him that he's thirsty. So he'll ask for a glass of milk. And chances are, if he asks for a glass of milk, he's going to want a cookie to go with it. The end. What I think is pretty cool about this book, this version of this book, is that it has a little board game at the end. So that should keep us occupied here. Maybe a fun idea for you guys to do if you're feeling bored is to make your own board game. Right here it says borrow a spinner from one of your other board games and create a game piece by coloring and folding a strip of paper. Then take turns moving around the board. The first one to make it to the end wins the cookies. You could really make a board game out of anything. Maybe find some poster paper at your house and make a version of your own. Okay. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Hope to see you guys soon.